I'm almost certain that everyone in the paranormal community has one subject that does freak them out, and for me it is doppelgangers, which is why I don't talk about them much. And I've seen people's doppelgangers that I know, but there's always something about them that's off, or like they're not in the same room, you know what I mean, or in the same house. The doppelgangers that freak me out are the ones where like I saw my mom upstairs and then I looked down the stairs and I saw her there too. What? No. I got an email from someone that told me that their family has been plagued by doppelgangers their entire life. Not tell me if they wanted to be anonymous or not, so if people don't tell me, I just always keep their anonymity. So we're just gonna call this person Jake. In Jake's email, he wrote that his family has been plagued by doppelgangers like their entire lives, or at least his entire life. He remembers the first encounter that he had specifically with a doppelganger was he was at his aunt's apartment, and where the apartment was, they had access to the roof where you could go up and you could dry laundry. And he looked up on the roof and he saw his aunt up there hanging laundry out to dry. And he's like, oh, okay, she's up there, no problem. Now, his aunt lived on the first floor, so he's like, I'm just gonna go into her apartment. So he goes in, he walks into her apartment, and she's standing in the kitchen. And he was like, weren't you just like up on the roof hanging laundry? And she was like, no, I've been here the entire time. He told me he's not the only person in his family who has seen doppelgangers of other family members. This is like a constant throughout. So aunts, cousins, moms, dads, everybody has seen doppelgangers of a different family member. Jake told me that the consistent thing with these doppelgangers that all of the different family members see is that they never actually acknowledge you. Like, you can wave to them, you can talk to them, you can say something to them, but they never actually react or really even look at you. Definitely no talking. I really can't imagine. My lips are so dry. This winter, I can't take much more, you guys. I can't take much more. I'm so dry. I'm one flaky ass bitch right now. Now, aside from the logical explanation being that Jake's family is just full of like para-Olympic athletes who are faster than the speed of light and being able to move that quickly from one space to another without even knowing that they're doing it, they don't have an explanation. Jake said this is just something that they lived with and that he lived with, and it was like, whatever, it is what it is, until he had one encounter and it really started to freak him out. He wrote in his email that during CVID, he and his family actually moved to a farm and they had goats. Love goats, love that for you. One of his daily chores on the farm was to take care of the goats with his cousin, who he said that we could call Tyne. The goats are outside, they're making goat noises, and that means, okay, like Tyne like must be out there feeding them, so it's time for us to go and take care of the goats. So he looks out the window. He sees his cousin out there feeding the goats, taking care of the goats. And he's like, all right, I better get my shit together because I gotta get out there and help, otherwise like it's not gonna be pretty. So he goes to the front door. He's putting his boots on. Next thing he knows, he says the door bursts open. His cousin comes running in the house and runs past him, actually brushes along his legs and just takes off super fast upstairs. Watches his cousin run up the stairs, okay? Then he hears somebody in the bathroom, which is right across from him. Door opens. It's his cousin, Tyne. He looks up the stairs, that cousin, gone. Jake told me in his email, he was like, listen, a lot of other times it's like, okay, you were at a distance. I saw you far away. He said, but no, this time he actually physically touched this double that ran past him while he was putting his boots on at the front door, looked across the hall, saw his actual cousin walk out of the bathroom, looked up the stairs that this other cousin had run up and gone. Nothing, vanished into thin air. Jake said that that was the one encounter where he was like, no, you touched me. Which, yeah, ew, you touched me. Like, it touched him, you guys. After that encounter, Jake was like, yeah, there's no logical explanation. Like, even if we were para-Olympic athletes who were faster than the speed of light, there's no way. It just couldn't happen. Apparently, this is just something that Jake and his family deal with on a consistent basis. They just have doppelgangers of all of them that just pop in and out and freak the other family members out. Like I said, when it comes to the paranormal, there's a lot of things that I just eye roll at, like a ghost shutting a door at my parents' house. I'm annoyed. But that? No. I could not. I don't know, but as I was reading more and more about doppelgangers, it just seems to me like this family just has spiritual doubles that truly do just run amok. I don't know. Let me know what y'all think about that. How do you feel about doppelgangers? I don't like them. Do you guys have like one thing that you're like, I don't like that? For me, it's doppelgangers. What's yours?